Hello there, and welcome to yet another episode of my Car Mechanic 2021 series. We are starting the most recent DLC that has come out, and probably the last DLC we'll do for the series, and for the time being. Listen, there's another one that comes up sometime in the future. But yeah, we've got 8 cars to go through, and we got the first 4 already here between outside and here. Uh, First up on the list is Dodge Challenger. The Dodge Challenger, the classic one. Not the modern reproduction, or not even reproduction. It's just the one you think of when you think of like a classic muscle car. This is one of those that people tend to think of. Well, some people anyway. As you can see, it's in okay shape, not great, but yeah, we're gonna make her pretty again. On before you ask, yeah, the one from that one Dukes of Hazzard show, that's that car, not that car. And no, they don't have, thankfully, or unfortunately, depending upon how you look at it, they don't have the one livery that you'd think they'd have for that. For good reason. They'd get in a lot of trouble if they had that. So, yeah, not even an option. It's probably a good thing. Actually, it is a good thing. So, yeah. So that cleaned up the frame all nice and neat. So let's start popping stuff off. It's mostly parts complete. I mean, it just needs to have everything pretty much just, touched up, replaced, the usual stuff. You can get a close reproduction of the paint job from the show, but obviously they don't have the livery, so we're not going to do that with that. We're going to leave that probably pretty close to the two-tone look that it has right now when we get to that one. But yeah, trust me, pretty sure I'm not the only one that looked that up when that came out. Not that I would actually do it for the YouTube series, but still. Could have brought you to 1%. It did. So you that, since we know we're not going to need the right. I guess I want to sort by condition because we're going to do that anyway at some point. Let's go see what we can fix up. I know we're not going to be able to fix up the glassware, the headlights, and taillights, but we should be able to get the rest. I've been looking forward to doing the restoration for these first couple of cars ever since I saw the DLC and I saw the list of cars, and it's like, yeah, these are fun. You see them in a lot of like racing games, over the years. All right, so where'd that leave us? Yep, pretty much where I expected. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of the stuff we couldn't fix. Keep the stuff that we can, and then we're gonna buy all new stuff. Right over here. Okay. Let's grab what we need. I mean, strictly speaking, by the time we get done with this series, we'll have done at least three different iterations of the Challenger. At least two or three. Both old and I'm talking about the old and the new designs. Okay, so let's start popping stuff back on here, shall we? Right, she's one of them older cars that doesn't have a... Okay. Kind of like my Oldsmobile that I drove back in the early 80s. The passenger side mirror was considered an option. Not standard like it is nowadays. Interesting. Good attention to detail too on that. I do want to... I'm thinking about maybe doing some striping on this one, but we'll take a look at it when we get to that part. Not quite there yet. Right body window. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, we missed that. Okay. Ooh, I like that shade of blue though. We might keep the stock paint, but we may add some striping to it. That is a pretty shade of blue on that. Really fits the car. Alright, right, let's go back over to the plate shop. We're just gonna do my standard plate. Sorry, I'm like half awake right now, so had a rather eventful day. I'll talk about towards the end of the video. It's good stuff happened, not bad stuff, so don't worry. Anyway, so yeah, let's get these on there. We'll get the rims and tires taken care of, and then we'll go over to paint. That green doesn't look half bad, but I think we'll stick with the blue. We'll just even out the color, and like I said, maybe throw some racing stripes on it or something just to kind of give it some flavor. But yeah, let's get her in the air. Let's get her in the air. There we go. Forgot I was still in assembly mode. Alrighty. Get you guys off there. If it wasn't for the fact I would probably get a DMCA strike, I would play some 70s rock music during the speed track part of it, but yeah, I think I'll just leave it alone. I want to tickle the DMCA dragon. Alright. Look. Oh, does that use this same tire size front and back? Nice. Although I suppose if we wanted to vary it, we probably could, but we're not going to. Yeah, the rims are in decent enough shape. We shouldn't have any problem getting these fixed up. The rubbers we're going to have to replace, so. Alright, let's get over there and take care of that real quick. Alright, good to go on those. Since we only got the one tire size, I'm going to get rid of 3 of these and keep the last one the reference. over to the tire shop. Race tire B, and we are looking for 225/60. Four. Boom. Let's verify. 225/60 R15, 225/60 R15. Alright. So we're all lined up there. Let's go ahead and put these back together. We'll get them balanced. And we'll throw them back on the car. Alright. Next step. Alrighty. Throw these back on temporarily. Won't need to take them off until we start working on the suspension. Come on, get on there. There we go. Clearance looks a little sus. Just saying. Yeah, that would be quite dangerous to drive like that. But yeah, it's a video game. What do you expect? Alright, so get you over to paint. Okay. I'm gonna use the factory color. Yeah, I'm digging the factory color on that. Yeah. No liveries? Seriously? Like not even racing stripes? Fine. Still gonna be a pretty car though, so. Alright. Alright, back to bay 1 for you, and we're going to do the interior, which I forgot to do earlier. So, take care of that. Okay, I'm gonna go buy all new interior stuff. So, got our bench seat for the back. Oh, forgot to take the race tires off there. Brand new steering wheel. Two front seats. Alright, so body, frame, and interior are now 100%. Now, we need to focus on getting this big beastie out of there. So, first things first, we need to get the drive shaft off, just like usual. Might as well go ahead and get the gearbox and the starter while we're down here. And get the oil. Do a little bit of everything. We should be able to fix this drive shaft up, no problem. Looks like it's in reasonably good shape. 54%. Give me your starter. That's in good shape. This gearbox should be reasonably good. Game? Oh. 43? Yeah, it should be salvageable. I mean, fixable. I have to be careful because salvageable in this game means different thing than it does in pretty much anywhere else. Anyway, so yeah, oil. Get that taken care of. Looks like somebody's been taking care of it. Oil's in decent shape. There's plenty of it. There was plenty of it. Alright. We're not going to do that. We're going to drain everything. Oh, come on. There you go. That part's taken care of. So now we should be able to go ahead and pull this engine out. Alright, let's go get the cherry picker. Right. Got ahead of myself. I forgot to take the exhaust sections off. Easy enough. There we go. Now, before we yank this out, let's go take care of some stuff here. So, those are going to get replaced. The rest of this is going to get fixed up. We'll have this all ready to go from when we put the engine back in the car. Go. Everything's 100%, looking good. Now we can get the damn engine out. Front exhaust section. What? Front exhaust section. Oh, we gotta... Oh, okay. Wants us to take that off as well. Okay. Sure. Those should just be included with the... Okay. Here. Here, Jan. We think those, since those would be tucked in with the engine, it would just come out with the engine, but apparently not. So... we'll get those ordered too. Usually it's just the flex pipe part that you have to take off. Not, you know, usually suffices, but not this time. Anyway, third time's the charm, right? There we go. Alright. Oh, they got a fancy little collector thing. Okay. Exhaust manifold, I guess it is. Alright, so we're just going to take this one apart just like we've done in the past with any of the other vintage V8 engines. Tear it apart, keep the engine block and the crankshaft, fix them up, sell everything else, and then build it all up with as many performance parts as we can get. And look at that setup to do the 6-pack there. Neat. You off there? I'm curious to see what kind of horsepower numbers this is going to put out. Interesting place to put the oil filter, but I suppose it could be worse. Be sitting on top of the engine. One out. There you go. So now that can come off. It could have come off a long time ago. I just not got around to it. Gives the rocker arms as one solid part. Okay. Still does the push rods as individual, which that tracks with the older style V8s they have in this game. Could free you up now, and it does. Come on. Gotta get all this stuff off the front. We can take care of the pistons and finish this disassembly. Come on. There you go. Oh, you got a couple different brackets. Okay, I thought you had just the one. Kind of hard to see. The contrasts aren't that good. Okay. Yeah, I think we're ready to flip this on its side now. Alright. Work our way up the middle. Come on. Okay. Those. Got one little section here left, and then we're good to go. Alright. That's it on the disassembly. Go all the way down. Fix the engine block. Okay. We'll get those two plopped back on there. I'm gonna get the rest of it taken care of. Looking a lot better. Nice and clean now. Alright, let's take a looky here. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of all of this. Keep all the stuff that's 100%. Start ordering all new parts. 3 crankshaft bearing caps. 8 pistons with connecting rod. Oil filter. Ignition coil. Distributor. Get the fuel filter. Yes, we did. Okay. Right. Let's go. Fuel filter. Flywheel. And that's standard part. That's a standard part. Okay, we got the ignition coil. And a distributor. Right. Except, we forgot a few things. These are generic pistons. So they should... We're going to try this again where we go and get the generic piston rings, and we're going to see if those work. If they don't, we may have to grab... This says V8 Hemi. I just grab those. This is a Hemi engine. It doesn't take the Hemi piston rings. Interesting. Okay, fine. Be good. Right. Yep. Generic piston ring. Okay, I should have went with my gut on that one. I assumed since it was a Hemi that it would actually take the Hemi piston rings, but guess not. Must be only for certain cars. Okay. Good to know. Oh, we forgot something, but we'll catch it on the next round. I just remember didn't get the camshaft. It's an easy fix though. That. Oh wait, we got a few more things here. Not quite done with this round just yet. Now I think we're good. Yep, gearbox, starter, all the exhaust pipes and drive shaft. Yep. Almost forgot the camshaft. Ball pan, clutch plate, the rotor, both engine heads. I think it's everything. Okay. Yeah, I figured the camshaft was aftermarket. Ball pan standard part, clutch plate is not. Distributor rotor. Engine head A. And engine head B. Okay. Yeah, so far only a couple of minor gotchas when it comes to, like, parts and stuff, but nothing real earth shattering just yet. Just a couple, a little bit of, you know, kind of the ones that make you go, scratch your head a little bit, but okay. Not game-breaking bugs. I mean, not even really a bug, probably, but still. Oh, back up, senor. There we go. Checking everything here, make sure we ain't got anything else. Clutch pressure plate. Got 2 exhaust manifolds. Okay. Center part. $16 push rods. Distributor cap, cam gear. I think that's it. And got the pressure plate. Got the exhaust manifolds. Your intake manifold. Push rods are standard. Distributor cap, yes please. And I'm pretty sure that takes clip B, which we'll get to here in a second. Got that. And cam gear standard part. Okay. Try that again. There we go. Right, let's go ahead and get the stuff on the list. Cam gear. Oh, right. I knew there was something else I needed. Flip. B. Shiny. We also still need to get the spark plugs. We'll get that on the next round. We missed one. Oh. It's kind of hard to see it with that color contrast. Be perfectly blunt. And got a clutch release bearing. Rocker arms. We got our 6-pack of carburetor. And timing chain. Get the spark plugs. We did not. How dare. Alright. Okay, back over to the performance shop. That's a standard part. That's probably standard. It is. Okay. Okay, carburetor C. Step right up. Carburetor B. Come with me. And I think I hecked up. And so C. We need 2 C's and a B. I think I only grabbed one. Yeah. Easy. Nope. Back up. Back up. There you go. Shopping list. Carburetor C. I grabbed 1 instead of 2. That, like I said, easy fix. Okay, got your spark plugs. All this stuff. The rest of this stuff is all standard parts. So, yep. Clutch release bearing. 2 sets of rocker arms. And fashion timing chain. Alright. Spark plugs put in. And I bet you these were a bitch to tune on the real car. I had fun just trying to get the one 4-barrel carb that I had sitting on that 882 Oldsmobile to behave. Occasionally ended up taking it to a shop and having them kind of give me pointers, and yeah. Then most of the time I end up just letting them do it anyway, because I was just like, yeah, okay, so yeah, I can't remember most of what they tell me, but like I said, I'm a computer person, not a car mechanic, so tried to understand what I could, and we still have spark plugs. Okay, keep forgetting to put these damn things in. You need... What do you need? Yeah, that's everything for that round. Filter base, cover B, cover A, timing cover. Good back there. Good up here for now. Let's go the base. That should be standard part. They should all be standard parts. B. Cover A. And cover. That looks good. Like we used up everything, so we need our air filter, ignition wires, crankshaft pulley, and water pump. By the way, guys, that last it was like last episode where I did the the car that looked kind of similar to my first ever car that I drove. Y'all knocked that stuff out of the park. I don't know what I did different, or maybe you guys just like the car. But that Bolt Chapman video, it's only been out like a couple of days. And it's already up over like 100 something views. And it's like, most of the stuff on this channel, with the exception of a few videos, got somewhere around 30-ish, 20, 30-ish views. You know, that's kind of the average. Some of the cars are more popular, like that one F350 truck video was like 300 and counting. And yeah, that Bolt Chapman one, I just looked at that and I'm like, damn. Y'all really liked that video, and I was happy to make it. You know, I put a lot of work into my car that looked just like that in real life, and I wanted to give the one in the game the same kind of, same level of attention, basically. And I think I was pretty successful at it, even with all the issues I had. The crankshaft pulley and water pump, both of those are standard parts. Yeah, that last video, man, I was just like, was not expecting it to do that well. Because usually my filler episodes are kind of meh. Some of them do okay, some don't. Yeah, this one did. I'm grateful for it too. That's all your guys is doing. All I do is make the content. Alright. So a filter cover to top that off. Looks like we need a couple of brackets. And a water pump pulley. So we should be getting pretty close to finishing this. Anything that's potentially... The filter cover standard, those are two... Yeah, these are all standard parts. Highly doubt any of these are going to have aftermarket equivalents. Okay. Get the alternator, power steering pump in there finally. Oh, almost forgot. Most important part of the, most important piece on that part of the engine. Alright. Both of these, I'm pretty sure, are over here. Yes, they are. And got ourselves a serpentine belt. Good. Slap that bad boy on there. Do the other one. Do the same thing with that. Come on. There you go. One more piece to put a bow on the whole thing. And there we go. That looks much better. Oh man, I don't build them like this anymore. Damn sure. That's pretty. Gonna probably get us a decent set of numbers when we do the dyno, but we'll look at that soon enough. Yep, back where she belongs. Before we do anything else, let's get the gearbox and the starter and the exhaust pieces put back on. Like I said, we're not going to put the drive shaft back on until we get the suspension rebuilt. We got to take out that axle. Yeah, good to go there. So let's take care of the rest of the engine compartment. Everything should still be empty of fluid, so hit the cap instead of the rest of the unit. And it did the same thing with that one. Go away. Thank you. That was it. Okay, yeah, because there's no ECU on this thing. One more check here to make sure we got everything. Looks like it. Alright, let's go fix stuff. See where we end up. The battery will recondition here in a second. Or recharge it, rather. Basically reconditioning it. Okay. Plug it in, count to 5. And but yeah, that should get us everything but the fuses and relays and the 2 reservoirs. So let's mark all of that. I'm gonna sell all the stuff that we don't want. And then we're gonna go buy stuff. We're gonna get the non-electronic stuff. So we'll get the power steering reservoir. And windshield washer fluid reservoir. Cool. Okay. Head over to electronics. Use type C. 3 relay type A's. Bam. Use type A. Relay type B. Medium fuse type B. And a relay type C to round it out. Dropping stuff in. Throw these in real quick. Okay, let's start putting fluids back in. And yes, we're going to deliberately overfill this one because reasons. one more thing. That, as I say, is that, at least for the engine compartment. Get her up in the air, we'll take care of the rest of the exhaust, and then we'll take care of the fuel system, aka the gas tank and the gas pump. See, the rest of this exhaust system is not in very good shape. There. Okay, so we need the fuel tank from here. Aftermarket shop, we're going to need pretty much everything else. Okay, so that takes care of the fuel and the exhaust. Now we just need to worry about taking care of the front and rear suspension. To do that, we're going to get all the tires off. And then we're going to tear all of this apart. Come on, there you go. Let's get the other side torn apart. Come on. There you go. Alright, let's get the front end taken care of. Oh, I need to get the rest of this out first. Yeah, let's get these bushings out next. Why not? There you go. I think that's everything. Front and back. Yep. We get those assemblies torn apart. Cool. First things first, let's get the vented brake discs resurfaced. I'm gonna go into focus mode here, so if I don't say much, that's probably because I'm trying to focus on the mini game there. It's not terribly difficult, but when you're half awake, sometimes it could be a little tricky. Almost there. Alright, that should have got us most of the way there. How do you like that? 4 pages worth of stuff, and we got to like the beginning of page 3 before we had anything left. And a lot of it's consumables like bushings and brake pads and whatnot. Not too bad. Could be worse. Go ahead and mark everything. let's go shopping. Okay, new set of brake pads for the front wheels. And outer tie rods. Couple of brake drums. 12 rubber bushings. 4 small rubber bushings. Presumably for the leaf springs, if I remember correctly. A couple of inner tie rods. 2 brand new hub bearings. Again, front wheels. 2 front springs. Front sway bar. 2 front end links. Got you. 2 wheel hubcaps. 2 wishbone shock absorbers. A couple of rear shocks. Finally, a couple of front shock caps. Good measure. Alright, let's get those assemblies put together and we'll get started. Drive shaft out of our inventory. It on there. Okay. Good to go so far. Last leaf spring setup here taken care of, and then we'll wrap up the rear suspension. Move on to the front. Okay, it looks good back here. Start working on the front here, I guess. Start putting in some of the preliminaries. These bushings put in before I forget about them. There we go. Okay. End link on there. Take care of the tie rod. Good, good, good. Do a quick check, make sure everything looks right, looks good. And on to hopefully the last part of the restoration. Check here. Looks good. And we're at 100% condition on everything. Good job, everybody. Group effort. Alright, let's get you over to the alignment rack. Such a pretty car. Okay, let's get your headlights and your wheels aligned, and then we'll go on to the dyno room. Good enough on that one. Okay. Now the moment of truth. Let's see where our handiwork brought us to, or what it brought us, I should say. Let's go for it. So, 390 horsepower and 501 pound-feet of torque from the factory. So already we're dealing with some pretty good numbers. Listen to that engine sound. 712 horsepower for a gain of 323, so an 83% increase. 893 pound-feet of torque for a gain of 393, so 79% increase respectively. Not too shabby. He's a beefy little number. Look at that. Alright, let's get you out front. We'll get some pictures and then we're going to go off to the speed track. Try to see if we can even remotely get this thing in a straight line. Okay, that one's going to be a thumbnail of the video, which by the time you see this on YouTube, it will already be there and you've already seen it. All right. What's going on Discord? Speed track, yes please. All right, this is going to go better with the controller, so getting that out. Okay, everybody strapped in. Got your 5-point harness on or whatever. I'm going to try to be very ginger with the throttle, because if I don't, I have a feeling we're going to spin this thing where we can get a quarter of the way down the track. So, let's go. We're 130, 140. Oh man, 144, really? Eh, could be worse, I guess. Yep. Place the stop's nice and true. I was expecting this car to be a little more squirrely, but there I go thinking again. Right, back to the garage. It handled nice. I probably didn't need to feather the throttle as much as I did. You notice after I got confident with it, I just basically just dropped the hammer on it and gave it a full throttle and just let it go. And that's when we went like from like 110 to 140 in like the time it takes somebody to like just sneeze. But dude, yeah. Dude, she's a pretty car. Very, very, very nice. Alright, let's take a look at the numbers. So, bought it for $34,488. You can see the condition, performance parts, body and parts values to see how all that factors in. We are selling this for $105,241 for a profit of about $70,753. So, about doubled our money. Not too bad. Good start to the DLC, I think. Off she goes. Alright, let's move some cars around, shall we? Next, we get the almost equally infamous Dodge Charger. So we're going to move that to bay 1. Rather, bay 1, not position 1. There we go. There we go. Now we're in the right spot. Let's see, we got ourselves a Dodge Viper. The Dodge Viper. And that's gonna go in bay 2. So that'll be 2 episodes out. Position 3, we have the Dodge Challenger Hellcat, SRT Hellcat. Yeah, this one's gonna be fun. Not in the best of shape, but it's what we're here for. That's going in position 2, because that's 3 episodes out. We need to get another one. Get my mouse to work. There we go. Out of the parking garage. Got ourselves another good classic here that I've been wanting to work on ever since I saw this DLC. Plymouth Roadrunner. And she's going to need cleaning, so let's go take care of that. Move to here. Went a bit of a buying spree, and like just like the others, I didn't apparently wash them before I put them away. Might not look like much now, but she's gonna look like $1 million when we're done. Playing. Alright, so you're going into position 3 because that's 4 episodes out. So that's gonna leave us with the Plymouth Barracuda, which is gonna be another nice build. Looking forward to that one as well. You got the poor man's Bentley, aka the Chrysler 300C SRT8. Peppy. Kind of, if you're going in a straight line, but turns like a boat. And, of course, the Chrysler Cordoba. Some of us know that car and go, yeah. And the rest of us are like, huh? Anyway, we'll get to that one. And then, that's it. So we got those 3 plus these. So, yeah, we got 7 cars left on the DLC. And 7 episodes left in the series as a result. Alright, let's go close down the shop for the night. So, thank everybody for watching. Appreciate y'all putting up with my nonsense this far. got a little bit further to go, but we're getting close to the end zone on this one. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Hit the little bell thing if you want the alerts for any new videos or streams that happen to come along. The one bit of good news I was going to tell you about, or I made mention of at the beginning of stream, was the fact that I got the call that I was waiting for on the job, and I got a tentative start date for a few weeks from now. So I have enough time to get this YouTube series finished up and maybe do a few more videos for something else before I get tied up with work again. Yeah. I verbally agreed to the offer, got the details of it. They're supposed to be sending me some paperwork digitally to sign, and then we're just going to get the ball rolling with that stuff. So, long wait's finally drawing to a close on that. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.